there is one other thing I want to talk about that's so important when it comes to the EBAI alpha inhibitor. And I talked a little bit about this on the blood flow alpha inhibitor because it really ties in to this urologist business model. And it's worse with the EBAI. It's not good with the blood flow either when we're talking about ED drugs. Yeah, let's bring this up. Urologist business model. Because as I was talking about before, the reason we're in the predicament we're in, I think, for a big reason we're in is because men don't talk about this stuff, right? And this is what got, if it wasn't for my friend telling me about a trimix injection, which I had no idea. And I talked to lots of guys who have no idea even what trimix is. This whole thing about injecting your penis with a powerful set of chemicals. That alone freaked me out. But the fact that he almost had his penis amputated, if he wouldn't have told me that story, I wouldn't be here, right? And I've had guys tell me if I hadn't told my story, been vulnerable and told my story, they wouldn't have taken action and done this naturally. So keep that in mind with you, all right? Share your story. I know it's embarrassing. It can be embarrassing, but you're a strong man for doing it, and you can change lives, hundreds, even possibly thousands of lives, depending on if the guys you tell those stories to tell other guys, right? Because most guys don't know this, right? This whole thing. And I went over this in the blood flow thing, so I'm not going to go over much of it. I just want to go over, because what I didn't talk about too much in the blood flow one is over here, testosterone replacement therapy. I talked more about the ED drugs. So just real quick, ED drugs, they stop working. Guys go on to trimix, where you actually inject your penis. That stops working, and then they tend to get a penile implant. Okay, there are hundreds of thousands of guys doing this. Okay, you don't know about it because they don't talk about it. Okay, that's why I'm saying talk about it. Talk about this stuff. TRT, even more so. TRT has become extremely popular, but it's so much harder to come back from this than it is from the ED drugs. Okay, because the ED drugs is a PDE5 inhibitor I was talking about before, keeping cGMP in your cells. TRT is a whole different story. TRT is an end product, testosterone, an essential hormone your body needs. And when your body gets injected or creams or whatever, however you put it in, pills, pellets, it gets that testosterone in there. Your body has receptors, and it says, oh, we got enough testosterone. We certainly don't need to make more of it. And that's how your testicles become small and mushy, because your body no longer tells it to make testosterone because it doesn't need it. It has receptors in its body that can tell how much testosterone's in the system. And it's like, no, there's plenty. No, okay, no testicles. Don't do that. We don't need that. We don't want anymore. Okay, and something else before I forget is I'll work with guys. I got one guy right now who's doing phenomenal. He was on TRT for 6 years. He got off of it. We've been doing this naturally. He's getting his balls back. Okay, they're not mushy anymore. They're getting bigger. They're getting more defined. Okay, this can be turned around if it's not gone on too long. Now that's 6 years. That's a long time. Okay, and I'm not going to lie. It's taken us a while to get where we are, and we're still not there yet. Okay, but we're making progress. It's a hard road to come back from. That's what I'm saying. Once you go down this road, because once you go down this road, your manhood, because testosterone is the main male hormone, you feeling like a man is now at the mercy of the pharmaceutical companies. And during COVID, that got interrupted, right? And there's a psychological component, right? In order to feel like a man, I got to inject this stuff. This is brand new in human history, right? This is a huge, crazy experiment we're going through right now. And so many men are on this. And all these other things. Increased prostate size. We were talking about just prostate cancer a second ago and how this increases it. This is the studies I was talking about when they're saying that we want to take you off of testosterone or lower your natural testosterone. Well, those are based on studies of guys who got TRT. and their prostate swelled up. So they assumed all testosterone is bad. Well, certainly TRT. And before I forget, if they'll put you on testosterone therapy if your testosterone is even just a little bit low. I have guys that are getting great erections and they're in the 400s, right? 400s. Testosterone is just a factor in erections. It is not the whole thing. Like this guy got boosted up to 1200. Actually, I think one time he said that they took it was 1800. It got way too high, but it did nothing for his erections, right? And that's what I hear most of the time. It's just a factor. You can get great erections. I'm not saying you want your T low. You don't. But it doesn't have to be crazy high. It doesn't have to be up in the 800s. It can be in the 400s and 500s, and you could still have great erections, like stage 4 rock hard, long-lasting erections. Okay, it's just a factor. Heart failure, blood clots, sleep apnea, blood clots. Think about that. You know, heart attack or stroke, heart failure. You know, what's that going to do for your sex life? These are things, I bring this up because you can do all this stuff naturally, and they don't tell you this stuff, right? And once you're on it, particularly testosterone replacement therapy, it's not great with the ED drugs either, but TRT is worse because it's more difficult to come off of it once you're on it. Okay, once you're on it for a period of time, it's really hard to turn it around. Not impossible, but it's work. It's work. It's better to do the work right up front and just get to the source. What's causing the testosterone to go low in the first place and address those things. And to keep that in perspective, over the past 60 years, this is a worldwide problem.
Hey man, I hope you got a ton out of this segment of the EBAI Erection Biochemicals Alpha Inhibitor video series, where we are diving deep into overcoming this insidious alpha inhibitor that is blocking our birthright of having natural, long-lasting, stage 4, rock-hard erections. If you'd like to get free access to the entire EBAI Erection Biochemicals Alpha Inhibitor video series, make sure you click the link in the description of this video to register for free access to all of these life-changing videos in this series, along with some other surprise bonuses. Also, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications bell so you get all of the future value-packed videos just like this that I will be releasing for you to help you be the best version of yourself and have natural stage 4 rock-solid performance. I will see you tomorrow in the next EBAI Erection Biochemicals Alpha Inhibitor video.